Every single year, thousands of hopefuls apply for H-1B visa, dreaming of a career in the US. But the harsh reality is that there just aren't enough spots. The 2026 H-1B visa lottery has once again left many applicants without a visa. With only 65,000 regular slots and 20,000 extra for those with a US master's degree, the demand is far greater than the supply. Many are now left wondering, what's next? Is this the end of the road? Let me help you. Not necessarily. If you don't get selected in the first round, your name stays in the system just in case the US Citizenship and Immigration Services decides to hold a second lottery. But if that doesn't happen, you don't have to wait another year to apply again. There are other options available. The US has several visa categories that allow skilled workers, investors, students, and even trainees to enter the country legally. Let me break down some of the best alternatives to the H-1B. So the first is L-1 visa, transferred through your company. If you work for a multinational company that has offices in both India and the US, you may qualify for L-1 intra-company transfer visa. This visa allows companies to send employees to their US offices either as executives, managers, or specialists in a particular field. Now you must be thinking, who can apply? Employees who have worked at the company's foreign office for at least 1 year in the past 3 years. The cost about it would be around $1,150, including application and fraud prevention fee. And the processing time would be between 2 to 6 months. O1 visa. If you are exceptionally talented, the O1 visa is for individuals with extraordinary skills in fields like science, technology, education, business, sports, or even arts. If you have made a significant contribution to your industry, maybe you have published research, won prestigious awards, or gained international recognition, this visa could be your option. Individuals with high-level achievements can apply, and also the cost is about $1,245, and the processing time is between 2 to 3 months. The third we have E2 visa, that is for investors. Entrepreneurs and investors can apply for E2 investor visa. If you are willing to invest a substantial amount of money in the US businesses, you could get this particular visa. However, here's a catch. India is not on the list of eligible treaty countries. But if you hold citizenship of another qualifying country, you can apply. Investors who own at least 50% of a business in the US are the people who can apply for this particular visa, and it will cost about $665. Processing time between 2 to 4 months. Then we have H3 visa. This is the visa for the people who want to learn and train in the US. H3 trainee visa allows foreigners to come to the US for specialized training that isn't available in their home countries. This could be in fields like agriculture, technology, finance, and even healthcare. Again, individuals who need hands-on training not available in India can apply, and it can cost you about $650, and the processing time is between 4 to 6 months. Fourth place is for F1 visa with OPT and STEM extension. If you studied in the US on an F1 student visa, you can apply for optional practical training, which allows you to work for up to 12 months after graduation. If your degree is in STEM, that's science, technology, engineering, mathematics field, you can extend this by another 24 months. Graduates of US universities can apply, and it will cost about $535. Processing time would be between 3 to 6 months. Sixth place is for Cap-exempt H1B visas. Well, it's a fine for the right employer. Certain US employers like universities, non-profit, and research organizations are not limited by H-1B visa caps. If you can land a job with one of these employers, you can bypass the lottery system entirely. Now you must be wondering, who can apply? So anybody hired by a cap-exempt employer can apply for this. Cost varies by employer, and processing time would be 4 to 8 months. Seventh place would be for EB2 and EB3 green card sponsorship. Some US employers are willing to directly sponsor skilled workers for permanent residency through EB-2 and EB-3 green cards. These visas allow you to live and work permanently in the US, but they take longer to process. EB-2 visa can be applied by those with advanced degrees or exceptional ability, and EB-3 visas can be applied by skilled workers, professionals, and some unskilled workers too. It will cost about $1,180 and the processing time would be between 1 year to 3 years. Well, that's long. At the 8th place, we have J-1 visa, and that is a short-term exchange program. The J-1 exchange visitor visa allows interns, trainees, researchers, and students to participate in the US exchange program. If you find a sponsor, this could be a great short-term option to gain experience. Here, interns, researchers, and trainees in approved exchange programs can apply. It will cost about $405 and the processing time would be between 4 to 8 weeks. And the last place is for TN visa, for Canadians and Mexicans. If you are a Canadian or Mexican citizen, you can apply for a TN visa, which allows professionals in certain fields to work in the US. This is one of the easiest work visas to get, but unfortunately, it's not an option for Indian nationals until and unless they hold dual citizenship. Here, Canadians and Mexican professionals can only apply. Cost about $160, which is quite cheap, and processing time would be 2 to 4 weeks. So, in the end, if you don't get an H-1B visa, don't lose your hopes. The US has multiple pathways for skilled workers, students, entrepreneurs, and investors. Your next step depends on your qualification, work experience, and financial situation. Before making any decision, consult with an immigration expert who can guide you through the best visa option. Also, remember to keep an eye on USCIS updates. Sometimes a second round of H-1B lottery is announced, giving applicants another chance. In the meantime, consider upskilling, networking with employers, and exploring job opportunities with Cap-exempt organizations.